Hi, my name is Dr. Arnold, and in this video you're going to hear from Kerry. Kerry was one of my first Invisalign patients at Penwortham Dental, and you're going to be hearing from her over a year later after having had her Invisalign treatment, how she found it, how she's been finding it. I hope you enjoy.
My name's Kerry Louise and I started my Invisalign journey over a year ago. So I am a marketing and communications supervisor for Lancashire Constabulary. I work with our volunteer brands. So being in that particular role, I am in front of the camera like I am now, with regards to press releases, things like that. So for me, the Invisalign journey was quite an important part, not just for a personal level, but also career-wise as well. My smile helps with my confidence. No. When I was a little girl, I wanted to be a mounted police officer, and then I went and did interior design at uni, and then went into marketing and communications. So nothing what the childhood dream was. Well, I think any aspirations, dreams, things like that. Well, I've just become a mum. Wasn't something that was part of my life's journey, but it's the making of me. Absolutely love it. So at the moment I'm just sort of riding that train, but yeah, I think I've found myself. I wanted to have Invisalign because I had braces when I was younger, and like a few teenagers, didn't always wear my retainers, and over time my teeth have moved. It was getting to the point, especially in the job that I do, and when you're out with friends, and now it's everyone's taking selfies, they want to document going out, and I didn't like my teeth. I was getting fangs, and it does affect your confidence, so you stay away from the camera, and it was holding me back. And then when I realised Invisalign was available, so you didn't have to have the train tracks, I thought, you know what, I'm going to jump at it, and it's the best decision I've ever made, and hand on heart can say it's money well spent. I think I went for a routine checkup at my dentist, and then my lovely dentist told me about Invisalign, the benefits, the process. I did a bit of my own research as well to see whether it was affordable for me. It started from there, the rest is history. I think I was told it'd take about a year, but actually from the start of the process to my teeth straightening was probably less than a year. But then I kept having my checkups and making sure that I was happy with it, doing the teeth whitening at home. So I think, to date probably is over a year, but yeah, it was a good process, good journey. So the experience of living with my my braces, I remember the first set that I got, looking in the mirror, and it's weird because obviously they're transparent, but there's still that shine, isn't there? So I was a bit like, oh, this is weird, and obviously they were really tight, and the whole idea of not eating so much, it was almost it was a bit of a diet in a way, because you'd have to take them out to eat, and then obviously brush your teeth. But when you're at work, it's not something you can be bothered doing if you're going in and out of meetings, so it was just, I just won't have those biscuits for snacks. But I found I quickly adapted, and I actually looked forward to changing to my next tray because I could feel, my teeth changing, because every time you put a new one in, it would be tighter. So for me, I knew it was working. So I actually really enjoyed it. I remember when I was told I didn't have to wear them during the day, I was a bit like, oh, I'm gonna miss this. And I know I only need to wear them every odd night now, but I still wear them every night. It's become a comfort for me. So anyone who thinks that they're a little bit uncomfortable, you get used to it and it just becomes second nature. Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember the first few times taking them out and I was a bit like, oh, we're going to break them if I pull them. But in time, like I said, it's second nature. You just literally drop them out, you know, pop them down. It's so easy, especially not having to, you know, when you had train tracks and you had to go and get them tightened. And, you know, I think part of that you had to decide what colour you wanted, so you had to decide what outfit you were going to wear at the weekend so that it matched. You don't have to do that anymore. It's all done for you. Not really, but it was something that maybe I would talk to them more about if I was offered a biscuit and I'd be like, oh, I can't have got my Invisalign in. Things like that. Or when you just change your tray over, you're a little bit tight, so you had a little bit of a lisp, but that literally would go within a couple of hours. That was the only time. Might have been the odd words that I couldn't say, but I'd prepare people before a meeting. Can't say this word, but I will tomorrow. I think my dad was really impressed more than anybody. My dad's sort of 78. He was a war baby, as I like to call him. So my dad doesn't have the best teeth. And like I've always said to him, you know, you only get, is it one set? In a really weird way, I missed going to the dentist because I was so used to my routine appointments. And then all of a sudden, this journey that I've been on for a year sort of came to a close, if you will. It was nice because I had the teeth that I wanted. And it's nice to sort of look in the mirror and be happy with what you see to a degree. But yeah, it was, I don't know, it was nice. Like I said, it gave me back a little bit of confidence. And like I said, you know, it was money well spent, and to me, you know, your teeth are part of your health and you can't put a price on your health. A lot of people that I spoke to, they were quite amazed in terms of, you know, you can have these braces that you can't see and go about day-to-day life and, you know, nobody be any of the wiser. So that was quite nice. People not noticing when sometimes you would be paranoid that people would notice. I got a lot of people asking me, like, you know, what the process was, how, if I liked it, would I recommend it, and things like that. I think it's when something like is new to someone, it's that curiosity, isn't it? So they'll ask a lot of questions and and ah about it. So every question I've sort of been asked has always been positive. There's not been any sort of negativity around it. I think looking at it a year on, it has changed things for me. So from a professional level, I'm more confident in front of the camera. I don't mind smiling now. If anything, I'm more likely to smile rather than doing that awkward sort of shut your mouth, try and look like you're smiling on photographs. And I don't know, I just think when I'm talking to people, I'm not conscious about my teeth. So I think that in itself, it just makes you feel better all round, really. Dr. Arnold, he went through the whole process from start to finish with me, so I knew what the starting was going to be, the changes that would be expected and what the end results were, so I was confident that everything I was going to be going through, the end results would be, you know, as happy as I am with them now. If I had anything to say to myself a year ago, it would have been, you should have done this sooner. Definitely should have done it sooner. From my perspective, I mean, it's easy to say sort of, you know, don't hesitate, just do it. Obviously there's a financial aspect, but like I said, you can't put a price on your health. You know, it's changed me. I suffer with anxiety and depression. That's helped me in itself with my confidence. So as always, do your research, make sure, you know, you're happy with what you're researching. If you're unsure, I'm sure you can ring your dentist who'll go through the process with you to reassure you. But anyone who's thinking about it, just ask, and I'm sure you'll absolutely love the process like I did.